Hello there, beautiful souls. Happy New Year. Thank you for spending some time to join me for our first flow of 2026, whenever this finds you. So today, this is a personal flow because it is named after or in honor of my anchoring statement that was developed when I did my spiritual life coaching training back in 2023 now, which was I exist peacefully in my power. The feedback that I was given to help me really anchor into that was to pick which word I would like to emphasize when I'm saying it that day, whether it be internally or externally. And that could be used for any statement that you have for yourself. So it could be more my sense of self. So therefore, it would be I exist peacefully in my power. Or maybe there was a need to be more in the present moment. So it's I exist peacefully in my power. Maybe life was extra chaotic at that time. So it's I exist peacefully in my power. Or maybe I was just feeling really down and weak. I needed to tap into my inner strength and courage, or that Leo energy that I have within me. So therefore, it would be I exist peacefully in my power. So everybody has a different anchoring statement. An anchoring statement is whatever you need, usually a phrase of words similar to a mantra, ideally 7 words or less, that puts you in a grounded, peaceful, Zen state that also empowers and nourishes you. It is a very full-bodied, beefy mantra that helps you to just and get into whatever state you need to be to tap into that peaceful, bliss, euphoric, happy energy. I feel like bliss and euphoria carry a lot of joy, peace, happiness, but on a different level than what most of us may experience. So, today, the reason why I'm sharing this with each of you is because this ritual started for me 10 years ago when I started practicing Pilates. It is a very personal experience for me where this is how I learned to start existing peacefully in my power. And then there were other things outside that required some cleaning up. And by outside, I mean outside of my Pilates practice in life. And this is really how I use Pilates and how this started to share with each of you. It's I started doing Pilates. I noticed I started getting some spiritual downloads and my spiritual gifts started unlocking, which added more light into my light body or my Merkaba or the crystalline structure that I have within me. And for anybody who is unaware, anytime more light is brought into a situation, whether it's internally or externally, that illuminates more darkness, exposing what areas we require to clean. So the more light you have, the more exposure to your shadows or darkness that you have. So for me, my Pilates practice very much became the thing that not only exposed the darkness in my life that I needed to clean up, but also exposed how Pilates can help me, how I can find this alignment, how I can tap into my inner power and get my chakras together. And then in turn helped me outside of my practice because some of the things we do in Pilates is really hard. And I don't know about any of you, but anytime I did something in a class, whether I did it for myself or with somebody else, and it was challenging, sometimes it was so challenging that I didn't think I was going to make it through it, but miraculously I did. Not miraculously, but it felt miraculous at the time. And that empowered me for the other life situations and chaotic things that came up. So that's what I use my sessions, flows, classes, whether or it's for myself or somebody else. Now, the whole goal behind it is this is meant to help you increase your sense of power, to get more comfortable in it, empowered in it, really hone in on the strength that you have that's constantly growing and developing so that way you can exist peacefully in your power. So in life, outside of the Pilates studio, you can trust that you got this. You have it. You're doing it right. There is no wrong move that you can make. All the decisions, the things you say, the moves that you do, they are right so long as you follow your heart and you lead with your heart and you're expressing yourself out in the world through that solar plexus and your internal sun leading through your heart. So, I will not keep this much longer. Much more will go into the description, but today's class is reflecting around the solar plexus, which is your inner sun, your inner light that is shared out to everyone. And more, how can we tap our heart and lead with our heart, with our solar plexus, so that way what we put out into the world is what brings us joy, what brings us bliss, that euphoria, that passion, that fiery, unconditional, loving energy, and really using that to shine the light to the world around us. Um, a crystal, although I don't usually shout out crystals in this case, that I find extremely helpful that I also have is this wonderful one. It's called Adamite. Adamite is specifically designed to merge your heart and your solar plexus together. So that way, whatever you are doing, were putting out into the world using that power, that go-getter, that life force, physical energy to manifest it into your life, it's coming from your heart. You're leading with your heart. It can be green, it can be yellow, it can also be a combination of the two, or white, depending on the environment that it grows in. But please be note, if you do decide to buy this, that you are purchasing Adamite and not its cousin, Multivite. Both are fantastic and powerful crystals, but you do need to be ready to add it into your practice if that's something that you feel called to do. So, more descriptions in the solar plex or about the solar plexus below, but one thing that you can expect with today's flow is we're tapping into that power center. So everything in Pilates should have some powerhouse in it, or your core in it, i.e., your solar plexus, because we use everything to come from our core. Our abs are an essential structure to help us even manifest the exercises that we're doing, never mind manifest and create the life around us. So, with that said, everything in Pilates, one, should be a full bodied exercise, and two, should incorporate your core. If you are doing the method the way it intended, through Joseph Pilates, then what you're doing is you're using the divine wisdom located inside Pilates to add more light into your light body, increasing your inner light, which helps you to tap into your own inner wisdom, your own divine mystery and blueprint and all the magic that makes you you. So today's class is not only about existing peacefully in your powerful essence, but tapping into your divine core and spiritual powerhouse. Both of them are the same. That's what I call it. We're using our power to tap into our divinity. And how freaking amazing is that? So, solar plexus moves, lots of abs. Be prepared to do some flexion and articulation, both with our head and through our hips. Also, since everything in Pilates is full bodied and stems from our divine core, aiding into access this spiritual powerhouse, in theory, every exercise in Pilates is an alignment exercise to connect your Earth star to your divine soul star. So really, Pilates is solar plexus plus whatever the other energy center we're tapping into to expand upon that divine wisdom, which is really what gets me amped and passionate about Pilates. It's not just the exercises. It's not just me finding the spirituality aspect of it and tapping into the deeper essence of myself. It is morphing the two together. So that way you're able to exist peacefully in your power. I've talked enough. I hope with the length of this TED Talk, you actually can feel the fire that I have within me. Very much Leo energy coming up right now, although I'm not a Leo, but I do have Leo in my chart, very heavy Leo in my chart. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and get moving. Please listen to your body, do whatever feels best for you. And we're just going to have a good time. If this TED Talk was too long for you, I've got the time below in the comments. But shall we now? Go ahead and lay down on your mat. Get yourself comfortable, sinking into your mat, legs bent, feet nice and heavy, and legs pressing close together, however close you're able to manage to start. Arms down by your side as you take a nice deep breath in, taking in as much air as you possibly can, and then exhale. Send all of that air out, anchoring your tailbone, ribs, shoulders, head, and arms, nice and heavy into the mat. Inhale, take another massive deep breath in, and then exhale, sink even deeper into the mat. Two more like this. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, send all of that air out. Last one, big deep breath in. Last one out. Then you'll go ahead, bring your arms up towards the ceiling, wrists in line with your shoulders, feet pressing heavy with your tailbone into the mat. And you'll exhale, curl up, wrists in line with your hips, finding your chest lift, and then release as you lower right back down. Keep going like this, curling up, pressing your tailbone and your lower back, lower part of your ribcage into the mat as well as you lift and lower. Now this is our baseline. You're more than welcome to stay here if you'd like to. If you're up for a little bit more, next time you curl up, lift your legs up into tabletop and keep them there, still pressing your legs into each other. Give them a nice hug as you lift and lower. The more you anchor your tailbone into the mat or your hips, more specifically the tailbone though, the more you're able to lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Not your whole spine, just the base of your shoulder blades, but shoulder blades should still be off. Let's do two more. Last one, curl up and hold. We have the hundreds. Pick whichever position you like. I'm reaching my legs out long and frogging my feet. And you'll start pumping as you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, go out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you keep going with vigorous pumps as you breathe in and you breathe out. If the legs are long or too spicy, bring them into tabletop or lower them down onto the mat. If it's not spicy enough, lower them down a little bit more. But you're vigorously pumping, reaching your hands towards the end of the mat. For these last 3, and out. 2, and out. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. And then you'll bend your knees, lower yourself down, give yourself a nice moment. Now, legs. You'll go nice and long onto the mat. You'll hard flex your feet, arms go up towards the ceiling. Press your legs together as much as you can and down as you lift and curl up. Mine's going to look like a hot mess. Oh, not so much of a hot mess today. As you curl up and over, ribs going up towards the ceiling, and then tuck your hips towards your face. Slowly peeling yourself back onto the mat. Arms go up towards the ceiling. If you can keep your rib cage pressing into the mat, reach them behind you. And then you'll come up and curl. Whoops. Reach towards your toes, sending your hips and your ribs back. And then melt yourself all the way back down. Keep flowing like this. We've got about 5 more as you curl up, pressing your legs together and down. My 2026 goal is to be able to keep my feet nice and heavy onto the mat. And I find less I fry my abs beforehand, the more I'm able to accomplish this goal. So it is something we will be practicing. You've got 2 more. Reach over, roll yourself back and down. Arms go overhead. And then last one, let yourself roll up. Reach the heels, round over your legs. Melt yourself all the way back down. Arms will go up towards the ceiling and down by your side. Now, roll over. So plug your legs into the mat. If this is too spicy, then you can go ahead, lift the legs up, or just do the choreography where you lower the legs down to whatever range feels good, and then lift to come up. Try to get the hips off the mat if you can, and if that's too much, have your hands underneath your tailbone. Your fingertips should be coming out, and you'll do the same movement, lowering down and lifting, and then whenever it feels good, adding a circle to it. This is our baseline or our modification for those of you who say, that's not happening today. But for those of you who want to go into it with me, next time your legs are down, you're going to keep them together, lift up and over your body, flex your feet, separate the legs about shoulder to mat distance, and then melt yourself all the way down. Feeling your shirt going onto the mat, then lower the legs down to whatever your lowest point is. Point the feet, legs come together 3 more times like this. Go up and over, pressing into your arms for leverage. Flex your feet, lower it down towards the floor. Separate the legs. Melt yourself down slowly, and then you'll finish off your circle. Last one before we reverse directions. Send yourself up and over. Flex your feet. Separate the legs. Melt yourself down onto the mat. Tailbone will touches. Legs come down to your low point. Then go ahead, close off your circle. Keep the feet pointed. Flexed. Separate the legs. Then you go up and over. Once your legs are over, close legs, point your toes. Melt yourself all the way down. Tailbone will touch. Rinse and repeat 3 more times. Separate the legs, flex the feet, raise the legs, go up and over. Sometimes the opposite direction for me is a hot mess. Close legs, point toes, roll yourself right back down. But you gotta embrace the times when you're on the hot mess express. Last one, separate the legs, flex your feet, up and over, point your toes, close your circle, melt yourself all the way down. Legs will go all the way onto the mat. You'll flex your feet, point your toes up, arms go up towards the ceiling. Give me your best roll up to come up and over. Give yourself a moment to reach forward. And then now we've got rolling like a ball, because just the rolling exercises make me feel so empowered, and it's fun. So hands go onto the outsides of your legs, anywhere onto your shins. Ideally, the closer you hold towards your ankles, the better. Heels towards your butt, and you're going to balance on your butt. Elbows out wide, head looks in between your knees towards your heels, and bring yourself into your tight ball. The tighter the ball, the harder this is. But power the movement with your breath. Inhale, keep this rounded shape, go into your shoulder blades, and then exhale, come up, balance on your butt. Inhale, roll back, exhale, come up. Keep the elbows wide, hands pressing into your shins, and shins pressing into your hands. Try not to let your legs take over your movement too much. If this feels cozy, next time you're balancing on your butt, let yourself unravel from your ball and come into your teaser. Bent legs, straight legs, lovingly doesn't matter. But then find your ball again. Tuck yourself in a little bit more. Elbows wide, roll back. Come up, hold. Unravel, round back in, roll back, and come up. You've got 3 more of whatever you decide for your movement in rolling. We've got 2 more. Last one, get tighter as you roll back, come up, and hold. Take your hands onto your shins, away from the camera. For me, I'm holding onto my right leg. My right hand will go towards my right ankle. Left hand will go towards my knee. Round as much as you can. Reach the leg out long. Roll back. Come up into your chest lift. Pull your knee in. Single leg stretch. Breathe and switch. Keep going as you breathe and switch. Breathe and switch. Breathe and switch. Now this one is a core burner as we work on building that strength. So if you need a hot second, just lower the head, neck, and chest down and keep going with the legs and then join back in when you can. We're going to do all 5 though. So let's have this be the last set. Then both legs will come in. Double leg stretch. Arms and legs go out long. Circle the arms, bend the knees, get taller or curl in more. And reach out, circle around as you come in. And just keep flowing as you move. For me, it feels fancy when I have my heels together, toes are apart. But then I go to parallel as I come in because there's something about moving the hip joint a little bit more in the hip socket, that brings me joy. We've got 2 more. Last one. Let everything come in. You can lower the head, neck, and chest down if you need it. But arms come up towards the ceiling. Today I'm flexing my feet so I can stretch the back of my legs more. Scissors. Hand goes as close as you can to your ankle. The other leg lowers down. If you have your head, neck, and chest down, roll up, anchor your tailbone, elbows out wide. Pulse twice, breathe and switch. Pulse twice, breathe and switch. And keep going like that. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. And just keep scissoring your legs, letting them brush past each other while you do your scissor. And we'll keep going for about 3. Anchoring that tailbone down. For 2, honoring your neutral. Last 1. And go ahead, lower the head, neck, and chest down if you need to. Stack your hands up against each other and place them behind your head for lifts and lowers. Heels together, toes are apart, toes are long. They don't need to be pointed. We are lowering the legs down in 3 counts. For 3, 2, 1, and then lift to come right back up. Add the chest lift back in if you can as you lower and lift. Modification is to place your hands underneath your hips if you need to as you lower down and come up. Continue reaching through your legs as you lower and lift. This is when life starts to get shaky for me. Lowering down, coming up. We've got 3 more. Reach for 2. Last 1. And go ahead, bring yourself in. Thank you very much. And then last but not least, crisscross. We repeat the single leg stretch legs. So go ahead, curl the head, neck, and chest up. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Take one leg, doesn't matter which leg. Reach it out long. For me, it's the one away from the camera. And then you're going to curl up. Hips nice and heavy. Shoulder towards your knee. Breathe, switch the legs, curl up, try to get up a little higher. And then breathe and switch. Breathe and switch. Breathe and switch. Letting your legs sweep past each other as you move from side to side. Keeping the hips nice and still. And if this is too much, bend both knees in and just move the upper body. But for whatever you decide, we've got 3 more. Last one. And then go ahead, bring yourself in, roll yourself up. One of my personal favorites. Spine stretch forward. It feels yummy, and so it's a nice moment. So go ahead, hard flex your feet, mat distance apart. Press your heels down. You should have a soft bend to your knees. Lift as tall as you can. Heart up towards the ceiling. Gaze forward, shoulders down your back. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Peel yourself off the imaginary wall as you round forward, hips back, ribs up to create space, and belly button wants to kiss your spine. And then inhale, roll yourself up nice and tall. And then you'll go ahead again, round forward, hips back, ribs up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch in the lower back. And then roll to come right back up. You should also feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Keep going, round and forward, and then rolling yourself up nice and tall. We've got 3 more. Roll yourself up. Go for 2. Inhale, come up taller. Then last one, round and reach. Roll yourself up. And then flowing into soft. Arms out to a T. You'll turn to face the camera. Front hand thumbs up, back hand thumbs down. Same thing with spine stretch forward, but maintain your twist. As you tuck your chin in towards your chest, round forward, anchor the opposite hip. Pinky finger to pinky toe. Roll yourself up. Keep your twist. Come back to center. Twist, round and reach. Anchoring the opposite hip. Pull the hips back and the ribs up. And then roll yourself up nice and tall. Come through center and then twist. If you're feeling so inspired and the hips are nice and heavy, reach deeper for 1, 2, 3. Roll yourself up nice and tall. Arms out to a T. Switch. Round forward. Hips nice and heavy. Reach forward 1. Reach forward 2. Reach forward 3. Roll yourself up nice and tall. Come back to center. 2 more times to either side. Rounding forward, belly button and ribs back. Round yourself up nice and tall. Twist, round forward. Maybe you reach a little bit more deeper. Maybe you don't. And then you come up. Last one. Round and reach. Feeling that stretch and space into the lower back. Roll yourself up nice and tall. And then switch. Round and reach. Roll yourself up. And then come through center. Now, legs will come together. You'll bend your knees. Scoot yourself forward for open leg rocker. Now, intro version, if this isn't in your practice. If even the legs out, as I have them described, isn't working for you, then you're doing rolling like a ball. Again, if not, hands will go behind your thighs, knees are about shoulder distance apart, heart is up towards the ceiling, but the hips are tucked in towards your face. Feel inverted candy cane vibes. Lift the knees or your legs up, balance for a second, find more space in the torso before you tuck your hips towards your face. Roll back to the base of your shoulder blades and then come up. Try not to have the legs move. You're going to go ahead, roll back and come up. If this feels good for you and you're itching for a little bit more, legs out long, hands hold as close as you can towards your ankles, about shoulder distance apart. Heart reaching up towards the ceiling. Pull your hands in, or like you want to slide your pants down, but obviously don't move your hands like this kind of vibes, but you're holding on to your calf. And you do the same thing. Tuck the hip towards your face, roll back, press your hands into your shin, to come right back up. I grabbed too high. So, heart gets up taller, and if you get stuck into that turtle position, just embrace it, rolling back and coming up. Because sometimes living in your power requires a lot of courage, and that turtle part is you tapping into that courage and just being like, yeah, I'm resting here for a second as you roll back and come up. You've got 2 more. Reach tall. Last one. Lift with your heart. Hold. Close the legs together. Walk yourself down. Legs go up, torso nice and heavy onto the mat. Arms down by your side. I'm going to adjust myself a little bit for corkscrew. So, heels together, toes are apart. Keep the heels connected. Kind version. Go away from the camera. Shoulders stay plugged down. Shoulders and arms are there. Opposite hip comes off, but your heels are still connected. Lower your legs down towards the mat. Equal weight into the hips. Shift towards the camera. Opposite hip comes up. Come up towards the ceiling, and then reverse. Go towards the camera. Opposite hip comes off. Lower down. Equal weight in the hips. Go towards the wall, and then come right back up. Go like this. And just find your circles as big as you can, so long as you keep your shoulders and arms heavy into the mat. So right now, you're mainly moving from the belly button down. If you're up for a little bit more, next time you circle towards the camera, lift the hips up like the rollover, send the weight into your shoulders, and find yourself more into a parallel position. Then twist towards the camera. Melt down camera side of your body with control. Anchor that hip, equal weight in your pants. Go away from the camera, and then same thing. Roll up, come through center, twist away, melt down that side of your body. Hips will touch, swing around to the camera, then go up, whoops, and over. Clearly, I can't speak and move like that, but that's okay. Hopefully, my sounds that you can hear with me working hope to inspire you to continue going. Let's do one more. My shoulder came up. Let's see each side. So let's go up, oops, and over, lower down, and then swing around, up and over, and then go ahead, melt yourself all the way back down and give yourself a hot second. Knees will be in towards your chest. And just take a moment to breathe. Feels good to hold behind my thighs right now. And then we'll come in to do a little bit more side body stuff with side line. So let me readjust. So legs. Let's take a hot second to talk about that. Forearm onto the mat, or you can have your hand. Completely up to you. Bottom leg can be bent, top leg straight, or both legs are straight. Stacked or staggered, I lovingly don't care. It's for whatever works for your body. But we've got some side planks to side bends to work more side abs. So take your hand, reach it up towards the ceiling. Place your hand underneath your torso, right onto that ribcage area, and lift. Open the chest, push down with your hands and feet. Lift the hips up. Arm can go up towards the ceiling and hold. Finding your nice long line. If you want to lift the top leg up, give you some star vibes, you can. But lower the hip down about an inch, and then focus more on the lift. As you lower down and lift. As you go for 3, lower for 2, Last one. Lift, hold, lower everything down, full side bend. And if full side bend isn't there, then you're coming up with the leg bent and finding that arch into your spine though. If you're up for it, come up onto your hand, or you can do that modification, and you'll go ahead, reach the arm up and over, find your glorious bend, feel pretty and colorful like the rainbow, and then melt yourself down. 3 more times like this. Lift up and over, chest opening. I like to look down to the hand and then look towards the opposite hand as I lower down. Lift and reach for 2. Really send the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Melt yourself down. Last one. Give me your best rainbow as you reach up. And then lower everything right back down. We will switch to the other side. Feel sassy by reaching the legs out long. Use your hand as leverage. And just twist. That's why not? So, pick the position that makes you happy. No, this is the other side. It's a blank canvas. You do you, boo-boo. So, arm goes up towards the ceiling. Place your hand onto your rib cage. Lift. Press your weight into your feet as you push through your forearms. Lift up to that side plank. Hold. Find your beautiful long line. As you lift your hand up, you can lift that top leg up if you want to too, but you lower the hips down a little bit, and then lift to come right back up. Lower down and lift. This is the side that requires more attention for me. To keep your chest proud and open, and just notice, which side is easier for you, and which side requires a little bit more TLC. For 3, lower for 2, lift last one, and then melt yourself all the way back down. Friendly reminder, the modification is the bent knee. Even if your forearm is down, and you come up into that side bend, or you get nice and big, enjoying the rainbow with the rest of us. So, legs will bend in, hand will go onto your ankle, push down with your hands, stagger your feet, and lift up and over. Nice, proud, open chest. I like to look down into the hand that's on the mat, ribs going up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower yourself down. I look at the hand closest to the feet. So it's up and over. Move your head, look down into your hand, and then lower down with control. Look at your opposite hand closer to your feet. You've got 3 more. Melt yourself right back down. Go for 2. Get deeper into that bend, reaching the hips up towards the ceiling with your ribs, lowering yourself right back down. And then last one, up and over, and then melt yourself all the way back down. And then you're gonna go ahead and lay down. Well, not lay down. Have a nice seat. Hands will go behind you. For leg pull, I believe this is leg pull back. I get the 2 confused. But for me, it's helpful to have my heels together, toes are apart, fingers facing towards my butt, and slightly behind my shoulders. Give me whatever the best is that you can as you press your hands and your heels down, lift the hips up, and keep your gaze forward. I like to look up towards the ceiling, and then lower yourself right back down. If this lift is too much for you, bend your knees, lift the hips up, feel like you're in a table, and then lower yourself right back down. That still works for even when we do the kicks. Just yours will be a little bit more like marching as you lift up and lower down. And if you're not up for the kicks, regardless of which ones you do, then just stay like this. But go ahead, lift up, gaze forward, kick one leg up, foot up, hips reaching up, press down with the opposite foot. Lower down, kick the other leg up, lower down, and keep kicking. And if you need to lower down and reset, that's totally fine. but you're reaching your leg up and you're pushing down with the opposite hip, trying to keep the hips nice and even, as in they're not dancing like so, but you're lifting up and lowering. Last two. Last one. Ooh, and then melt yourself down. Ooh, that last one was a little spicy for me. I'm also feeling it at this point, but that's okay. So now, another one of my favorite rolling exercises, boomerang. Now, before we get into boomerang, you do go in through your teaser. So again, if this doesn't work for you, my suggestion is you're rolling like a ball, but take a moment to pause and go into your teaser. If you're up for boomerang, then go ahead, have your hands next to you, cross your ankles, lift up as tall as you can, and then you're going to go ahead, tuck your hips towards your face, just like how you did for open leg rocker. And then legs will come with you. You go up and over. Scissor the legs, open, close. Melt yourself down, roll up, find that teaser balance. Lower everything down, then stack yourself up nice and tall. Rinse and repeat. Tuck your hips towards your face. Legs go up and over. Scissor. Open, close the legs. Wide open, close. Melt yourself down. Come up. I forgot. You reach the arms behind you. As you round forward, find that like spine stretch forward yumminess as you reach the arms behind you. Then circle them around to come up nice and tall. Let's do that 3 more times. Hands down by your side. Tuck your hips. Roll back. Open, close. Switch the cross of your legs. Melt yourself all the way back down. Find your teaser. Circle around. Feel that nice stretch in the chest, in the rounding, lifting in the ribs. Circle the arms around and stack yourself up nice and tall. 2 more, just flowing. As you roll back and over, open, close. Melt yourself down. Reach forward, arms out behind you. Stretch. Then circle around. Sit up tall, hands by your hips. Last one. Roll back. Open, close. Melt yourself down. Weave. Teaser the arms. Roll around. Stretch through the arms in the chest. Feel that space on the ribs and the lower back. Circle the arms around. Come up nice and tall. Before we go on to the next 2, this one is spicy for me. We're all going to have a moment where we push our boundaries. For neck pull. So feet are flexed, mat widths distance apart. Hands are stacked and they're placed at the base of your skull. And the emphasis is to pull your head up because I want you to feel that neck stretch there. The exercise is called neck pull for a reason. So pull on the base of your head or the crown or the base of your skull and lift up. Keep lifting, pushing your heels forward, flat back, and then when you can, roll back and down. Take a moment for a hot second to lay down onto the mat. Now still pull the head up as you reach up and over. This is where I struggle. So I keep with my hands, bring them forward, and then roll forward, pull the head down as I lift the rib cage up, and then stack myself up nice and tall. Try and feel the neck stretch the whole time. We'll do this 4 more times. Hinge back as far as you can. Then tuck your hips towards your face. Roll back with control. Tuck your chin in. Roll up. Reach. Pull your head closer to your knees. Ribs up. Stack yourself up nice and tall. If this is too much, do your roll over. This one is just roll over on steroids. Hinge back, roll back. Once you get to your flat back point, arms wide, tuck your chin in towards your chest, roll up, head goes over your legs and down, ribs up towards the ceiling. Restack your spine, sit up nice and tall. Last one, hinge back, roll back, arms out wide, tuck the chin in towards your chest, pull your head up and over. As you come up, head goes towards your knees, ribs up, stack yourself up nice and tall. Actually, let's do one more. That last one felt really good for me. I don't know about you. So, last one, best one. Hinge back. Tuck your hips towards your face. When you get to that point, reach through your heels, elbows out wide. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Lift the head up and over. Woo! Head goes down towards your knees, ribs up, stack yourself up nice and tall. Now, sealed. So scooch forward to the front of your mat. Feet. Soles of your feet are together. Hands into your prayer position. Wrap them around the outside of your ankle. And there is no cute or graceful way to get into this position. So just embrace it. As you round forward, pull your knees in, press your elbows into your thigh, and balance onto your butt. Find your rounded shape. Elbows out wide, moving from your hips. Clap your feet 3 times. And then you're going to roll back to the base of your shoulder blades. Clap 3 times. Come up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Clap, clap, clap. Come up. And keep clapping. If the claps are too much, then forgo the claps and just roll in this shape. But I find the claps make seal, but keep going. Roll back, clap, clap, clap. Roll up, clap, clap, clap. Try to focus on the balance points. For these last 2. Roll back, come up. Last one, roll back, come up. And then cross your legs, stand up nice and tall, turn around. Walk out onto your mat. I know we usually finish with pull-up or push-ups according to the flow with the repertoire, but we're finishing with leg pull front here. So find your plank hold. Reach one leg out behind you. Keep your plank. Rock forward and backward. Lower the leg down. Switch. Forward, backward, lower down. Switch. Forward, backward, lower the foot down. Switch. Forward, backward, lower down. Let's do 3 more to either side as we do our last hurrah. Pushing your hands and foot into the mat. Last 2, reach into the crown of the head and the heel. Now we've got our last one. Forward, back, while we're here, little push up. And then you're gonna walk yourself back up, roll up nice and tall, and give yourself a nice big hug for all the work that you did today. Because you did amazing! I hope you feel so much connected to your solar plexus and your power. Thank you for joining me today. We lost some sunlight as we went along, but that's okay. I'm feeling dewy. I hope you're dewy too. Ta-ta!